I've definitely had a very rewarding career, but I would just say the highlight of it is of my career is in 2022. I was awarded the Excellence in Theater Education Tony Award.
The what award?
The Tony Award.
The what award?
The Tony Award.
The Tony Award.
And it is an award given in collaboration with Carnegie Mellon University.
Okay.
And so that was a true honor.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I tell you, I watched that night, and for the first time in my life, you stood up there, you was like, I want to thank everybody, and I also want to give a shout out and a thank you to Aldine and Acres Home, Houston, Texas. I've never heard that on national TV in my life. Welcome back to another episode of The Fade. I am your wonderful host, Brandon Morgan, and I am sitting here with one of the most amazing people. I will let her do the introduction herself, but I'm sitting here with Miss Roshunda Jones-Koumba.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, I'm so glad to have you sit right here, babe. I love you so much, so much. So, we're gonna make this real easy. Okay. It's real simple. You know, we just fade and into in and out of conversations real easy. So, first and foremost, let the people know who you are, your name, what you do, and where you're from. Just whatever small introduction you can give.
All right. Well, my name is Roshunda Jones-Koumba. I am from Wharton, Texas. It's south of Houston. That's where I grew up. But I currently live here in Houston, Texas. I work at G.W. Carver Magnet High School in Aldine ISD. I am the proud theater director. This is my 20th year in education. And fun fact, when I did my student teaching at Eisenhower High School, this one over here was one of my first students, Mr. Brandon Morgan. So he got me ready for this 20 years in education.
Yeah, I had to, give you the worst so you knew what the best was gonna be like after.
But I say he's the best because he's doing so wonderful now.
Like I said, thank God for growth, right?
Yes,
growth is real, and we all need it, which is another reason why I'm so glad to be sitting here with you. Like, I have known and seen you in so many facets, like from my childhood, from adolescence to like now in my professional life, and I'm just enamored by you and everything that you have done, because I know I was a menace for a while, but that was just for a year. Like, we were all children at the time, but my heart just there's all the time. So, what are your greatest accomplishments in theater, or what do you think are your greatest accomplishments?
Well, I've definitely had a very rewarding career, but I would just say the highlight of it is of my career is in 2022. I was awarded the Excellence in Theater Education Tony Award.
The what award?
The Tony Award.
The what award?
The Tony Award.
The Tony Award.
And it is an award given in collaboration with Carnegie Mellon University. Okay. And so that was a true honor.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I tell you, I watched that night, and for the first time in my life, you stood up there, you was like, I want to thank everybody, and I also want to give a shout out and a thank you to Aldine and Acres Home, Houston, Texas. I've never heard that on national TV in my life. I may have jumped out of my seat, jumped out of every piece of clothing. I was just crazy lit. I was so happy to hear that. So, and I've been proud ever since. I'll be like, I know her, y'all, and I've known her for so long. That's and right. Yes, she is a Tony winner.
In the words of poet Maya Angelou, my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. I wish to thank the American Theater Wing, the Broadway League, and Carnegie Mellon University for this distinguished honor. My heartfelt thanks are also extended to my parents, my husband Gene, my theater partner Jabari Collins, my family, mentors, and the late Clarence Lee Turner. To the Aldine Independent School District, Mayor Sylvester Turner, and the Acres Home community in Houston, I say thank you for being a champion for the arts. Most importantly, I wish to thank my students at George Washington Carver Magnet High School, Panther Players, Troop 6753. You are my inspiration and my reason why. The arts, especially in Black and brown communities, provide the fertile soil with which our students flourish. We must continue to enrich them with our love and a passion for the arts, which shows them that even the unattainable is possible. I accept this award for all the arts educators who work tirelessly to ensure that their students have a safe space to be seen and heard. And as Maya Angelou reminds us, do it with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Thank you again, and God bless.
Let's start there, from the journey from the Tony backwards into like when your inception started of like going into education. Like what pushed you into education so fervently, you know?
Yeah, so I grew up with a family of educators, so I always knew I wanted to teach, but I thought I was going to be an English teacher. And so I went to Prairie View A&M University.
PV, you know.
You know. No, and I went to my beloved school. That is also my dad went to Prairie View. So I had been exposed to Prairie View ever since I was a little girl. Every Labor Day Classic, every homecoming, I was there. My dad would dress me up in a homecoming dress. I would be like so we would have the best time. So I knew that Prairie View, I was going to Prairie View. I was going to be an education major, but I had done theater since middle school. Yeah. And so it was always a part of me. So I went to Prairie View, and then I said, I can't get theater out of my system. I'm going to minor in it. So I went, and then I met the legendary Clarence Lee Turner, C. Lee Turner.
Yes,
and
late R.I.P. Mr. Turner.
The
man.
legend.
The legend.
And he said, okay, well, we'll take you as a minor. But he was like, this is a difficult minor. I was like, well, I can do it. But then one day, it was maybe second semester of my freshman year, he said, well, why don't you teach something that you absolutely love to do? And then that's just like, it just clicked, and I was like, you're right, because this is where my heart and my passion lies. So I just switched it to theater, then got my certification, and I minored in English, and then got my teaching certification right after graduation. So that's how I entered the teaching field of teaching theater, and it's something that was the best decision of my life.
Well, I think it's the best decision of a lot of people's lives, you know, Roshunda. Like you are very, very good at what you do, and it shows. You have like the resume to prove it. I mean, I tell people when you walk into Carver, there are so many like pictures and banners on the walls, almost like walking into like a basketball arena, like the Lakers, like walking into Staples, right? Like there are banners everywhere, and like the fruits of your labor are very, very tangible. And like I know a lot of your students who are like out here working in the world, former students. I work with a couple of them like personally and intrapersonally, like the indent you have had in just Acres Home and these children's lives is like so evident, and I'm just so proud to even know that I know you. You know, I think it's wonderful. I think it's just the most wonderful thing. Like I tell people, Carver is a machine, and it is a theater machine, and Roshunda and Jabari keep it very well oiled.
Yes,
keep it very well oiled there.
And so Jabari, who's our technical director here,
also a PV,
also a PV alum. We met at Prairie View, and we were working together at Prairie View. We did a lot of class projects, and when the position came open here, I knew exactly who I wanted to work with, and so I was saying, I hope he wants to come, and he did, and it's been the best working partnership. That's my brother, and we've made magic here.
Every year. Like, I mean, can you explain to me? I'm trying to be boastful for you, but do you know the amount or the number of Tommy Tune Awards that you have won during your tenure here at Carver?
Okay.
Yeah, I know you got to go in the route.
Yeah.
It's so many.
I know for sure that we've had over 100 nominations over that, and I can't think of how many we won, but last year, let me highlight last year. So last year we were the first school in the nation to do the Donna Summer musical. And we won Best Musical, the Best Musical Award, Best Direction, Best Musical Direction, Costumes, Acting. It was a lot of awards that night. I think it was about 8 awards we won that night. And we've won some other awards throughout the course of the years. And the students have just shown up and shown out in a big way. But yes, and so our first Best Musical nomination was when we did The Color Purple in 2013. I mean, that was a huge hit for the community.
That show sent shockwaves through the city. I was far removed from high school, but everybody was talking about The Color Purple that happened at Carver. And I was like, it's high school? They was like, oh yeah, like that was a major thing in Houston.
We had to add shows. The auditorium was packed, sold out. And I mean, there was times and a lot of those students, they're adults now, but they're still working, and they're still working in the field. Yeah, that was a truly beautiful moment.
For the people who may not know or understand, what exactly is a Tommy Tune Award?
Okay, so a Tommy Tune Award, it's like the Tony Awards for high school students. So it's for the stage, and you go through the nominations just like for the Tony Awards. You're nominated for Outstanding Musical, Best Actor, Best Actress, your costume design, lighting design. So you get awards for the different categories, choreography. So it's truly just like a Tony Awards for high school students. And it is named after Houston's own Tommy Tune, who is a Broadway star, legendary choreographer who's won many Tony Awards, but it is named after him.
Yeah, and basically you have one... Who knows? Just too many to count at this point. Just an illustrious resume at this point, and I'm just so happy to see it. I don't even know what to ask you because I want to ask you so many things. I'm just so happy to see here. So I think my next question would be in regards to Fade to Black, what is your given position for the Fade to Black Festival as a whole?
Yes, well, I started at Fade to Black as a director for the summer series when they mount the 10 productions, the 10 original works. And so I got involved with Fade to Black because of Jabari and Miss Dupree and a lot of the Fade to Black board members. And I love what Denise has created with Fade to Black. It is something, it gives artists a platform to work. Many of my students have started their first professional career through Fade to Black. Their first project professionally has been through Fade to Black. So it has done that for not just my students, but so many artists.
Me included.
In the Houston community. And right now I serve as an advisor for the Fade to Black Arts Festival that is coming to Houston in 2025. And that's me, all of Houston theater is going to fade to black that entire week with you can see shows at every major theater, workshops. It's an educational component, which I'm excited about. And I'm so excited about this festival.
You just said it better than anything that I could say. You just sit right here now because that's exactly what it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm so excited for 2025 just to see the lightning that happens in the city, right?
Yeah, it's huge.
I don't think I've ever been a part of anything in Houston arts centric like that has happened on such a grand scale, and I think we need it. And as African Americans, we need it. We need a time and a place and a moment to just enjoy the art that we all can create, in whatever facet that may be, music, poetry, art, theater, film, dance. It's just going to be a moment where we can express those expressions freely and give it, to the entire city. So I am so excited for 2025 and what it may bring and what it will bring. So my next question is going to be about that in 2025. So what is the one thing that you are looking most forward to in 2025 as far as the festival is concerned?
Well, of course, I'm excited about seeing all the shows. I love seeing live theater. I'm really excited about the educational component because you're going to get students from all over Houston who don't necessarily have arts in their school or their community, but they can come to this festival and then learn from some of the industry's best. And so that is a beautiful thing because accessibility in the arts, that is one of my platforms. Every student should have the ability to have the arts. And so for it to be, it's going to be centralized. So that means students from all over can come and have that experience, especially if they don't get that experience in their own community.
That is so true. I can't say that I did not have access to it. Like I was blessed to go to a school with a wonderful, wonderful theater director and a phenomenal Mr. Freddie Buckner, man, forever in your debt, forever until I'm done. Like forever.
That's right. And he was my mentor,
Exactly.
And when I was student teaching.
Mm-hmm. And he made theater interesting, like in school. Not that it wasn't accessible, but in the area that we are in and during that time, like I don't think any of us, especially me, was like that interested into theater. Like it was an interesting thing to do, but it not as far as like this is where my full interest lies of what I want to do with my life or anything. Like I don't even think I really figured out that theater was the thing I wanted to do until even after college. Like I went to college for theater and it didn't happen until after. So that access for me, knowing what I know now, is like is so integral, like I know people who have been involved in theater since they were like 4, and that shows like in their work and what they do. And for the people who do not have that, like being able to be introduced to that as early as possible, I think it does change like the course of where you go, or even just the way you think about certain things, being an artist, like knowing, like being so open to different situations and people, and you aren't so judgmental as an artist, because it's the hardest thing that you can do is judge what you're doing before you do it. So I just think it's something that is needed very young. I'm trying to start getting my son into theater and the arts now. He's not there yet. He's not his daddy yet, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't expect it to be, but like just push him in that direction to experience it at least. To experience what it's like to walk into a room and be silly and not feel silly about being silly. You know what I mean? Like, and that confidence that you build, like you can carry that into any endeavor,
any
profession.
Theater just makes you a better human being.
Amen.
And even when the students I teach every day, I say, I know all of you are not going to go and major in theater, but I guarantee you're gonna be a better interviewer when you go on that job. You're gonna be able to work with people better because you understand people. You have empathy for people. So it just truly prepares you for the real world. And so arts people are some of the best professional people anywhere, human beings everywhere.
And for me, theater has given me a chance to understand what constructive criticism is, right?
Yeah.
Like criticism is hard, like, right? No matter who is being critical, but it's just a hard pill to swallow sometimes. And the beauty of theater is like I can listen to someone give me criticism and I never have to like like internalize it or take it personally, you know, like, because there's a lot of criticism in this business. Like, not that anybody's doing anything bad. It's just, you know, like, hey, you're not doing that right. We don't like how that looks. Like, let's fix this. I don't like this. Like, it's just constant constructive, you know, criticism, and being able to take that skill into like the real world, it has changed my life personally, because you know,
because you don't take it personal.
You don't take it personal. It's just like the words are exactly what they are, and you know that just like I know that, and it's something that should be done about it. And nobody has to be mad at each other for what is being said. And I'm so appreciative of that fact more than most, you know, because as a kid I was like, why do you have to tell me things about myself, right? But it's a beautiful thing, man. It just makes great humans, and I second that for the until the end. So yes, ma'am. So Miss Roshunda, so of these many shows that you have done here, is there one that is most near and dear to your heart?
Oh, I really can't narrow it down to one.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's a very, very hard question. We've done, oh my goodness. But I can just tell you, I guess the ones I can remember off the top of my head, because it's definitely more than one.
Yeah.
But we mentioned The Color Purple earlier. Then In the Heights.
Okay.
Hairspray in Memphis.
Hairspray.
Memphis were collaborations we did.
Okay.
Memphis, we did a collaboration with Memorial High School.
Okay.
And Hairspray, we did a collaboration with Kincaid School.
Okay.
And those shows got a lot of national attention. Those were great. Jelly's Last Jam. Sister Act, Dream Girls. I could just go on and on. And then last year we did Summer. And a lot of times we've just been blessed to premiere shows, to be like a national premiere of a show or just a regional premiere of a show. As a high school, a Houston area premiere, as a high school. And that's, you know, we wear that as a badge of honor. And because the kids, they sink their teeth into the material and they are committed to bringing it to life.
So that's where I really want to land on is the kids. Like, what is your secret sauce in like inspiring them to you know, go the extra mile? Like, the theater can be a little. It can be a little scary sometimes, like when you're not as confident. But like the kids that you have, be it though they are obviously talented, but you know, like, what is your secret sauce to have them, or just to get them in a mode to, you know, want to be like the top of what they are? Like, what is your coaching style, I guess I should say?
So I think first, I'm a nurturer, so it's very nurturing, but creating a family environment, also creating a safe space for students to feel like, you know, you can come in here, you can say what you have to say, it's gonna stay here, and that we support you in whatever, but also being firm. And holding students to a high expectation, because when you hold them to a high expectation, they want to exceed that, and they do. So I have to be firm in holding them to high expectations. And then now it's tradition, it's legacy. It's like when you come in these doors, what legacy have you left behind? Because I've taught a lot of brothers, sisters, cousins, family members. I've even had one of my students who's had a child. I taught fresh relationship. Now I'm dating myself.
Now I'm grandma.
But yeah. So I'll go for old big sister to mom to now to grandma.
That's beautiful though. That's so beautiful, and I'm sure they strive for that excellence in you, because you know, like you just have this energy about you, and like when you say you are a nurturer, like there's not been a moment I mentioned you were like, hey Brandon, how you doing? Like, give me a hug, everything okay? Like, and you know, you want to receive that back, you want to give that back out the way it comes in, and I remember being a kid, like if you give me a task, I know I can do it double, right? Like
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
especially in my mind, like I know I can do it double. So that's a formula, right? That's a formula. Like if I set the bar here, you already want to jump this high. So now you just got to jump over
And
that.
let's do it.
So what is the most challenging part of the job of corralling the children to get on one accord for a show? What's the most challenging part of that?
The challenging part sometimes is schedule, because you want to make sure that there is a balance with their school life, because they have their obligation with their education, their home life. So just helping everybody a balance, like it's just, okay, can we come to a balance? Let's see how we can be successful. How can you do this and do that? Also, getting parents on board, I have a lot of supportive parents, but then you have some parents who don't quite understand the arts, and so it's that educational component. And then once they've seen the students or see how the growth in their own child, then they're on board. So it's just kind of just bringing the community together to work together. So that's probably the most challenging part.
Making believers out of everybody.
Making believers. And then of course, it's a forever challenge in making sure that the kids have what they need. Advocating for more funding, because they deserve the absolute best.
Amen. So, about your current show, I know that you are running a show currently. Can you give us some little insight or background into that show that's happening soon for you?
Yes, we're also doing another premiere this year. It is The Bodyguard, the musical, yes, and it is based off of the movie, the 1990s movie, but this version is set in the 2000s, and we premiere it January the 25th through the 27th. That is a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So Thursday and Friday at 7 o'clock, and Saturday at 4:30 at George Washington Carver High School, 2100 South Victory Drive, Houston, Texas, 77088. So come out for a good time. You can Google Carver. It will pop right up. We're selling tickets at the door, $15 regular seats and $20 premium seats. And we also have tickets online at BookTix. So if you just Google Carver BookTix, it will pop up and you can get your tickets online before you even come to the building. So we hope to see you there.
I can say I snuck into a small little moment of their rehearsal, and man, I was blown away first by the voices, right? These they, oh my God, they sounded wonderful.
Thank you.
But the machine in the back, right? So I came like through backstage, and you see all the techies and stuff running. I was like, I know exactly where I'm at, right? But I know I'm at a high school, but it looked like everything that I do on a daily basis. Like,
well, that's good to hear.
I was about to walk out, and they were like, wait. Wait, we're doing a scene right now. They were like, hold on. And I was like, okay, you're right, because I should not just walk through stage while y'all practice. It was just a good moment. It was just a good moment. And that little moment sitting there watching them practice, and I mean like literally like dancing hard, right? Like not just the little practice dance, like real effort into the dance moves. Like that's what you couldn't ask for more. Like I'm so amazed at how like someone can touch children in such that way, like and make them better, like making them better. And I just think it's amazing. And they sounded great. So y'all might want to come check out The Bodyguard this week. You said Wednesday?
Thursday,
Friday, and Saturday.
Yes.
Please come check that out. You said BookTix. BookTix.
So if you like Google Carver BookTix.com, it will come up, and then you'll be able to purchase tickets online. But if you don't do that, don't worry. Just come to the door. We'll have tickets available at the door.
Good. Well, Miss Roshunda, my next question before we get any further is something that we like to do called fade it forward, right?
Okay.
So when we fade it forward, it's basically any type of advice or skill or something that you want to impart to anyone interested in arts. just a, like some type of advice to give out, or something, or gripe or grievance that you have experienced in the arts that you really are looking for to change,
Yes,
like
yes.
something that needs to happen, or something you want to give out, just whatever you like to fade forward.
Yeah.
You can give that out. You can look into your camera.
Okay.
You can give that out to those people right there. Hey, gripe or grievance, or compliment, either or. But
Okay.
just fade it forward, because sometimes people do stuff wrong, and you got to get them on the right track.
So it's not a gripe or grievance, but but this is just a tad bit of advice, is to never stop believing in yourself and chasing your dreams, because hard work, perseverance, and determination, it always pays off. And don't ever be afraid to advocate for yourself and bet on you, because you're worth it.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the best fading forward we had. 'Cause I've only had gripes and grievances. Like that is the best one. Like, consistency is the key to success, in my personal opinion. Well, I thank you, Roshunda. This has been such a wonderful moment for me. Like, life always comes full circle.
Moment.
I tell you, like, just the fact that I'm even sitting there having this moment with you is just, I don't know. Like, I'm just giddy right now, but it's okay.
And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so
thank
proud
you.
of you.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying hard.
Y'all should catch Brandon anytime he's in the show. It's a transformative experience. He gives his absolute best.
I appreciate it. I'm trying. I can say that I was inspired by some good people. Okay, I've definitely had some good people along the way to point me in the right direction. Whether I was walking in that direction at the time, but definitely point me in the right direction. And you are one of those people I think of. You and my man, Mr. Freddie B. I'm telling you, man. And I can't forget Miss Dupree.
No,
the Holy Trinity.
Oh my
the
goodness,
Trinity
Miss Dupree.
itself.
Oh, anything she touches turns to gold, man.
The queen herself.
She's amazing. A phenomenal woman. That's the definition of a phenomenal woman.
I have not gotten to her yet in the interview, but she's definitely on my list.
Good.
She's definitely on my list. So we thank you, Roshunda. Thank you for everything that you have given to the world, to Acres Home, to the parents and children of Acres Home. I keep saying Acres Home because I can't say it enough.
That's right.
If you know, then you know.
That's right.
If you know, then you know. So I just cannot be thankful enough, because I'm personally from half here myself, from Acres Home. So I'm just so grateful for what has happened in this little part of town that seems so far away from everything else, but it is thriving here.
Yes,
you have it thriving, and I appreciate what you do, and I appreciate who you are, and all of the contributions you have made to this city. And Carver itself. They should be very, very thankful. And if they're smart, they build your statue outside and give you a triple raise.
All right.
A triple raise, all right? Triple
raise. Hear that?
Yeah, I see. You heard it here first. She didn't say it, but I said it for her. That's what's happening here. Yes, I said triple raise. That's 3 times the normal pay. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Once again, thank y'all for coming to The Fade. This is the wonderful Miss Roshunda Jones-Koumba. I'm your host, Brandon Morgan, and we are fading out to black. Corey,
Okay.
Corey,